make also the video, audio presentations of the master classes and the teaching courses which were developed during the project. And Tel Aviv University proposed to us, as they are very experienced in making video classes, they proposed to us to make some part of the master classes and teaching materials which will be filmed, and then you can download it from the project website. So Jack will make also a presentation about his activity, and during, as you can see, that all the presentations and speeches are filmed. So some of the parts I hope to see on the project website, and also the master classes which will take place today and also later in your universities, because in your universities there will be also master classes provided by European partners in 3 countries. In Azerbaijan we almost completed the master classes with today, and there will be in Kazakhstan and also in Israel, and Jack will film some of them.
Thank you very much. Actually, I have no presentation. I just would like to show you some work that we are doing in another campus project, which is similar to this. As Elena introduced me, I'm from Tel Aviv University, Computing Division, and my work is to develop or to implement technologies, learning tools to support face-to-face learning as well as distance learning. So, I will take a moment and I will just... Okay, while this site is downloading some information, I will just log in. Okay, I will take a moment just to give you my perception of future learning. Actually, most of us so-called or sort of product of face-to-face learning. I mean, other than young students, most of us, when we were at high school, we even don't have computers at all. And now I am very happy grandfather. I have a grandson, which is 2 years and a half. And already he spent most of his life in front of a laptop and a tablet. When I give him a book, the first thing that he tries to do is to enlarge the picture like this, or to change the page like this. So we are facing another generation with maybe skills that we didn't have at the time we were at high school. So I think the future generation of learners and teachers need to have different skills than we had at the time that we were at high school or university, from one side. From the other side, in our profession, or even in any profession today, you need to be a lifelong learner, which means that you cannot stop at some stage of your life to stop learning, because no matter what you do, you need to use computers, you need to learn new techniques, and in order to do this, you need to learn all the time. So the only way to face such a huge grown in need for education, we need to find something other than face-to-face learning most of the time. And universities that won't adopt some amount of distance learning, only even to provide to their students the skills to be able to learn later on as autodidacts or self-learners, we need to adopt some sort or some amount of online and distance learning in our curricula. This is why I suggested Elena, and I suggested in other campus projects, to support the face-to-face learning, at least at some amount, with some amount of e-learning, distance learning, mobile learning, because the future generation will look for it and they will need this sort of tools. So what we are doing in another or parallel Tempus project, we are developing almost 20 courses on nanotechnologies by 6 leading universities in Israel with the support of 3 European universities. This is the learning management side of the project. It is not yet established. We don't have all the style and feel and look of the project. But as you can see here, we have all the participants, and each participant are developing courses. We can see from each university they are developing 2 up to 3 courses. And when you go to this course, at least at the final stage of the project, there will be recording classes. We also developed a recording method in which we integrate the PowerPoint presentation and the video side by side to give to the audience the feeling of being in the classroom. I mean, if in the classroom you have a projector, beamer, and a professor, then these both experience is completely transferred to the audience. So let's see, for example, one of the courses, which is not completely yet ready, but there is an introduction movie. It's pretty much like Coursera or other online universities that you know. In each course, there is a short introduction by the professor, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, telling about the content of the course, and then we have some recordings. Each recording is about a topic. It's a class, and this class is fortified by other learning content, such as PowerPoint presentation, quizzes, references, web links, anything. And in the framework of this project, we are also recording in places that it's very hard to put inside the students, like clean rooms, and maybe it can be very, very specific places, maybe surgeries, labs, things like this, that it is hard to put inside a large amount of students. So we can put a camera, record everything, and this way we can facilitate this content to a broader audience. So let's see, for example, one of the recordings. I hope the internet will work here. Wait, this will be fast enough. One of the properties of this site is that we have made or used the latest technology, which is responsive technology, means that it's supported by all kind of end equipment. It can be smartphones, tablets, different operating systems. Let me jump ahead for a while so you can see work on the lab. Actually, what you can see here, or at least you can be on your way, on a train, on a bus. Let me shut down the voice for a moment. Okay, so we won't talk and compete each other. Anyway, as you can see here, you can see the lecturer talking about something, and then we have this PowerPoint presentation running side by side. This is a software that we developed, and if the project would like to make use of it, we can guide or support it. Anyway, at the end of the project, we will have almost 20 courses. Each university, you can see his PowerPoint, his mouse pointing device. He can just present movies or run simulation. Everything that he does in his computer will appear at his side of his video. So I hope at least some of the master classes of this project we will be able to record, and then I will provide some embedded code which Elena or somebody from TU Berlin will insert it in the website of the project, and this way will be available for a long time for a broader community of audiences. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack. I hope all of us can benefit from the idea of Jack to make